Hi, welcome back to the Roundtable. I'm your host, Steven. Today I'll be talking about the latest episode of The Mandalorian, this one called The Pirate. So, if you haven't seen this, I may say a few things that might spoil the episode for you. So, if you haven't seen it, please wait till you do, till before you see this little review. That being said, here we go. I really like this episode. This was basically old school Star Wars adventure. The Mandalorian has to go help his buddy Grief Gargan against these pirates who we saw in an earlier episode. They've come back and are attacking the city. We first have Captain Teva makes a stronger presence here. He's one of the Rebel Alliances. He's one of the guys in the X-wing fighters that we've come across a few times in the series. He sees the message and from Gargan and wants to help, but his hands are tied by political red tape as he tries to go to basically head office kind of thing and try to get done. But since they're not part of the alliance, they're not an emergency per se. So his hands are tied. Great cameo. If anybody saw Star Wars Rebels, the animated series, we get a cameo from Zeb. So he makes the voice. The minute I heard the voice, I just went Zeb, like a little kid, because I am a geek, and but I wear that geek badge with honor, and I'm a Star Wars and Star Trek geek, and I love those things, and those little things kind of always get me. Some of them I miss, I do admit, but this one I got. I was like, oh my god, that's that. What's his name? Zeb, and I started, let's get back to reality. Let's get back. Bring it down. Breathe. Use the force, Steve. Calm on your zen. Okay, sorry. Bo-Katan again is being pushed to the forefront again, like that. I thought they're gonna just put her as this sulking that she doesn't have Mandalore. They really surprised me in where they're putting her into this leadership role, but the end of the episode where the armor kind of tells her, you were like you believed in Mandalore, lost faith in Mandalore, did things differently. Now with seeing, the mythosaur, you're kind of like reborn. I can see it. Take off your helmet. You know, the one thing they're not supposed to do. She's telling her to take off because She's telling you walked both paths. You can be the bridge that brings the dedicated Mandalorians with the other ones who are lost, and bring them back together and cause a new era. I thought that was great. Other little things that I liked. The fighting was great. There's what's his name? I think it's Baz. He has his giant rifle. He's shooting everybody. The armor where she hits these guys that are pinning down the Mandalorian soldiers. She comes with her hammer and starts slugging away. I was like, another one where I went, and yes, I do like that, exactly like that. So you can make fun of me all you want, but I geeked out on it, and I'm not ashamed to say it. Every once in a while, you gotta enjoy that episode, and I did. And this was just old fashioned Star Wars heroics. And sometimes it doesn't have to move the story forward per se, but it does move Bo Katan's place a lot more. But it's just a lot of fun. The battle scenes where, Bo Katan is flying and attacking the pirate ship, and loved it. Loved it. Loved it. All in all, it's just a fun, and sometimes it's just good to sit back, leave your brain cells somewhere else, and geek out at the flying spaceships and the big guns firing. Because I'm not going to fire a laser gun anytime soon. So just to see it on the screen was fun. And that's it. Sometimes I'm glad that Favreau and Filoni can find it in themselves to let loose and have a little Star Wars fun. It doesn't always have to be to move things forward. Sometimes I just want to go, ooh, fire, laser beams. Oh my God, exploding ships. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Why do you think we watched Star Wars as a child? We said, big ships, they're fire. Oh my God. Remember the first Star Wars? Remember episode 4? When the Imperial ship is going by and you didn't geek out because it was great dialogue. You flipped out because it was an awesome shot and firing. And this was that again. And that's what I like about it. So this episode, enjoyable. Hope you liked it. Let me know what you think. Oh, yeah, forgot. Go back. Sorry. Forgot this part. Let's pretend that didn't happen. Let's take some sort of time machine. Let's go back into DeLorean. I know it's not part of Star Wars. Let me go back. We find out that Moff Gideon never made it to trial. And they find something that looks like it's rogue Mandalorians that freed him. What the? Beep. Okay, so now I can say, this is Steven saying, this is the way. I like this Star Wars episode. And I'll say it again. This is the way. Signing off.